Well, here we are at Didcot Parkway yet again, but today we're off to Bath to see Bath Green Park Station, the old Somerset and Dorset terminus in the city, and then we're going to Sydney Gardens to see the Great Western Railway slice its way through the gardens, hopefully get some good pictures, and also have a look at the Kennet and Avon Canal, which also goes through Sydney Gardens. So today it's off to Bath. We're waiting for the 0839 to Bristol Temple Meads on platform 1 at Didcot. Only 3 things you need to know about Bath. 1, the Romans established it. 2, plasticine was invented there. And 3, if you ever get into trouble, mugging, molested in any way, don't fear, because it's the home of McDonald and Dodds. At least it was till those miserable buggers at ITV scrapped the show. Here we are on the 0839 to Bristol Temple Meads, and I promise I'm not going to moan about these seats.
Temple Meads.
Those bloody seats. They are awful, they're class 800 seats. Bath's Bath Station. Pretty uninspiring actually. Send these steps down onto the towpath. It's like something out of Birmingham New Street, doesn't it? Hey. And there it is. Green Park Station. Over there. There it is. More or less standing on the old track bed of the entrance to the station, and here's the bridge that would have carried trains down to Bournemouth over the legendary Somerset and Dorset. Made legendary in no short measure by Ivo Peters, the photographer and filmmaker. He must have filmed every inch of the line. Well worth looking up his films about the S&D. Walking back what would have been the track bed, there's a huge Sainsbury's on the right. And the train shed has now become a bit of a car park and also a place to hold events and also a regular market. So the old place retains its dignity. I mean, look at that. Beautiful. Wow. Difficult to imagine today. 23 trains on a summer Saturday leaving here for Bournemouth. It's wonderful that this is still an open space and it's still here, but it'd be even better if it still had trains in it. Trundling off down to Bournemouth. Well, there's Bath Green Park. Fantastic. Difficult to imagine trains leaving here now, isn't it? Shame. Good job it's still here though. Back at Pulteney Bridge. We make our way to Sydney Gardens. Look at the wide pavements, the wide roads on some of these Bath streets. There's lots of little nooks and crannies and as well. Approaching the entrance to Sydney Gardens. I think the first thing to have a look at will be on the far side the Kennet and Avon Canal. Yeah, Brunel had to get his railway through Bath. Sydney Gardens have been here some time, so he applied to slice through the middle of it. There was quite a bit of upset because it got rid of several old buildings in the process and upset a few people, but he did. He sliced it through. Great Western Railway tarted it up as best they could, but when people call this another sort of Brunel masterpiece, I don't believe it. I mean, he made it as good as he could with walls and made it tidy, but the beauty of this place is the garden, nothing to do with Brunel whatsoever. And there we are, fenced off, which is a pity. And there's the GWR main line passing through Sydney Gardens. By the way, don't get the wrong impression, I'm not anti-Brunel or anti-Great Western Railway. It's just nice to get things into perspective sometimes. Well, I've got one or two pictures of trains going through, IETs and ordinary sort of 165 units, I think. But it's quite crowded, this park. You've got a lot of walkers, obviously, it's lovely. So now we're going to go over this bridge and have a look at the Kennet and Avon Canal and have a little walk up the towpath there. And it looks like I might be able to get away from Bath an hour earlier than I thought. Just a brief saunter down the K&A. Please my mate Rodney anyway. Ah, it's like a wide beam there. Bath Tunnel. Up there. Towpath across his sides. There we go. Kneeling in a vestibule of a Voyager that's bound for Manchester Piccadilly. Only about another 10 minutes before we get to Leamington. So a summary of the day. Very warm day. Bath was absolutely packed with people. It was like August or July. But Sydney Gardens, railway cutting shots, worth seeing. Nice gardens. Nice to see the Kennet and Avon Canal, and of course the Green Park station, the old S&D terminus. It was a hell of a job to find, but it was worth finding. It seems funny to look at it and imagine 22 holiday trains on a summer Saturday departing from there. But anyway, there we are, a little round Bath.